Can anyone explain to me how Tony Blair is still making decisions in politics after the things that he has orchestrated around the world? The wars that he has caused, the terrorism that he has engineered with the orders that he gave, yeah? Yeah, he should be hanged.
COVID-19 has taught us about deadly pathogens. Bioterror possibilities may seem like the realm.
Deadly pathogens that are made in laboratories, that are owned by governments, that were built after 9/11 happened. So it looks like these guys planned it all along. And just remember, the word pharmaceutical doesn't mean something that's going to make you healthy. It literally means makers. Pharmacy means makers of toxins and poisons, and a pharmaceutical is a toxin and a poison. Yet you guys trust your NHS because it's got the word National Health Trust, because it's got trust in the word. Yeah? Don't be fooled by language. Also, look how evil his face is. I don't even think this is Tony Blair. I think this is a lookalike. He's got different facial features. Similar, but different. Now, this guy's a war criminal. He might not have went into Iraq and other countries and killed anyone, but he gave the command and order. He engineered a nation based on lies that were disproven in multiple documentaries, multiple sources of information, even things like WikiLeaks, yeah? Julian Assange. And these are the people that went into another country's embassy and removed Julian Assange and put him in a cell for exposing government crimes that are still happening to this day. Now, what everyone needs to be asking is, what is the real war? Because if you look out your window and look at what's happening on the streets, you'll notice, and it's very questionable, what the fuck was the army of this country doing in another nation when the UK is riddled with drugs? Literally. And it's kind of crazy because these drugs come from third world countries and end up in first world countries. Then you've got to also question things like encryption, the dark web, cryptocurrency, and all these other kind of things, these other false senses of security. Oh, this is encrypted. No one can read your messages. Says who? Do you understand how it works? How it works is it requires your belief. And as long as you believe it and you're tricked into believing it, the magic works. But if you don't believe it, it's not going to work. It's really not going to work. You have to believe it. Just like you do your money. You have to believe in it. You have to believe that your money is going to pay your bills. Even though realistically money is just made up value. It's just ideology, just like religion is. And it really makes you think, how are these kind of people alive? Now, if Islam was really that dangerous, if it was so dangerous, do you think this guy, Tony Blair, would be talking how he is? Really think about it. He would have been dead and blown up and all kinds of other things happened to him, yeah? But the thing is, this guy is the real terrorist. The people that follow his words are the terrorists. Because they're happy to go into another country and destabilize it while their own country is in shit. Really think about it. These guys have engineered wars in foreign lands based on lies. Yeah? This guy brought up 9/11 in this little video. He goes, "Oh, because the events of 9/11 that everyone knows were engineered. Everybody knows that only thermite can burn through solid steel beams like they did in a controlled explosion." And it's really interesting. The people that died in the 9/11 thing as well, because there were some people who were against the government who died in that building. And it's very interesting how they were set up as well to be in that building at the same time. Hey, you have a job interview that pays really well. This is a bit too hard to believe. They turn up to the interview, and next thing you know, the building they're in collapses. Just do your research, man. Look up things like Aaron Russo. An interview with Aaron Russo. And he explains he was a friend of the Rockefellers. He's a Hollywood director. And he used to make their films with their little hidden messages in there. And what happened is, one day the Rockefellers said to him, he goes, "Look, we're going to make these events happen. We're going to call them events because it's staged. It's a stage. It's all acted. It's all fake. So they call it an event because an event's going to change things, the course of history, the direction of the world's narrative, the way they think, the way they want to be." So they cause an event, and he goes, "After this event, we're going to go into all these countries that don't have a centralized bank and set up a bank there and get everyone on board and our thing. And then we're going to create loads of migration where these people are going to be fleeing wars, going to Western countries. And then that's going to cause a load of trouble because people are going to be paranoid and alienated and this and that." Bro, you need to watch that video. Aaron Russo, last interview, complete. Watch the whole fucking thing, yeah? Thank me later. But yeah, it just shows that all this thing is fake. It's all planned. What you really need to be worried about now, yeah, is this Tony Blair says they could use bioweapons to attack Britain after COVID-19. No, what's going to happen is these guys like Tony Blair and Gordon Brown own all the weapons manufacturing companies. Yeah? So they're going to manufacture some bioweapons and use them on the civilians, like they've been doing in other countries, but they're just going to do it in their own country. But what they're going to do is go, "Oh no, we're being attacked by something else. We're being attacked by these people." Now, all you got to do is look at what happened in Ireland. Yeah? Britain went into Ireland. They partitioned it off into two halves. We've got the northern and the southerners. And then what they did, they gave guns and bombs to both sides so they can kill each other. And watched from the sidelines and says, "Oh, look, these guys hate each other. No, motherfuckers, you motherfuckers armed them up to the teeth so they can kill each other." Do you get what they did back in the day? And to take the piss, they even made films detailing what the British did over there. So how proud they are. Now, divide and conquer, colonialism, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't agree with this shit. Now, this guy, Tony Blair, should not be in a court. He should be hanged for the shit he did. Should be in a dungeon for the shit he did. Yeah? But the thing is, he's basically like Hitler. Yeah? He's the equivalent of Hitler. A third of British people want to see Tony Blair tried as a war criminal. Damn right. Ruling granting Tony Blair immunity from prosecution. Last year, Westminster's court blocked a private criminal prosecution against... Exactly. Which You got to question yourself, who are the judges in these courts? Because Tony Blair getting tried in one of his courts that is owned by the system that he does all these wars for, of course they're going to protect him. Yeah? Because he's done those wars on their interests and they've profited. So of course they're going to protect him. Yeah? High Court ruled that Tony Blair should not be prosecuted. Do you know what I think they mean by High Court? I think they mean that they're high on drugs in a court. These people who run these courts are the junkies, I'm telling you. Cost of Tony Blair's crimes, yeah. They can't even put a number on the cost of his crimes. Yeah, man, people like Tony Blair need to get their head bust differently.